Well, good Sunday, February the 1st, 2026. Been cleaning up the old house today. I'm still working on it a little bit. As you can see, I had to sweep and mop in here and make the bed up and get everything lined up and stacked away as much as possible. Yeah. But, yeah, just been cleaning up around the place. A lot to do when you live in a house by yourself and you work 50 to 60 hour weeks. I guess I ought to cut this on. Now look at my little curtain. You know what that is? That is a canvas drop cloth that I'd use when I was painting a room white. And there's a little more privacy in here without spending a ton of money on curtain rods and all that other stuff that goes along with it. Cleaned up behind old rabbit, put some new cardboard under him, and covered up the top with a little cardboard, trying to keep this little heater, keep him warm a bit. And just cleaning up around the house. I'm going to give that Christmas tree there away. I'll keep that one for this next Christmas. I've had that thing 6, 7, 8 years. I've been using the same one, same decorations. I got to vacuum all the limbs off, all that good stuff, and then I'm going to put it in a 8-gallon trash bag like I normally do and put it in my closet for storage. It's where I store my fans for summer. Get them all cleaned up again before we use them. But yeah, that's the little house. My daughter's room, I got it cleaned up. The front room, the older daughter stayed in for as long as we were in the house. So bathroom in here. Nice little shower. Nice little bathroom. This house was built in the 1940s after World War II. And slightly upgraded over the years. Nice wooden floors. I couldn't tell you whether hardwood or pine. I have no earthly idea. This is the youngest daughter's room. And boy, she can come stay for a week and it looks like a tornado hit this place. And she's almost 16. She'll be 16 in next November. Talking about staying at her mama's house and take care of her little half brother. And I told her, I said, you know, girlie, truthfully, that's a nice thought. You're afraid your stepdad may abuse the boy, or they'll just neglect him. And of course, in Filipino culture, my ex-wife is Filipino. They usually get the kids to take care of the kids, and so they can go gallivanting around and showing the world how important they are. But I told her, don't spend your whole life taking care of somebody else's responsibility. I've done it. It absolutely does you no good. Well, I swept and mopped everything. I've wiped everything down with Simple Green that I could, that needed cleaning. Cleaned on guitars, you name it. I've cleaned it this afternoon. I took the side panel off my old motorcycle. Want to keep that old battery charged up. And so on and so forth. I've cleaned up the old black car that I pretty much decided I'm going to go ahead and do a voluntary repo on it, as much as I hate to. But I had a deal with it back in December on my way back from San Antonio from the youngest daughter. And with a $575 a month car payment plus $234 a month for insurance, plus all the maintenance and upkeep, and then they want me to pay $1,000 deductible before they even investigate what's wrong with it and how much more it'll cost. So I've determined it with less than a year to go before I retire. It's better not to have that big old debt. That big old monthly payment. I can take that money and pay off credit cards and stuff like that and keep up with the bills, and if I'm really lucky I can put a little bit back too. It's pretty important that you have a little bit of a nest egg. When you get a little bit older, you got to make sure that you got a little nest egg in case you get sick or something. You don't want to spend the income, you want to spend the extra and things like that. Well, got one more thing to do, and it's something I know we all just love. That's washing these old dirty dishes. So I guess we'll get on to our chores. I got a lot. For me, that's a lot of dirty dishes. Take me about, what, 5 minutes to get them all scrubbed up and cleaned up. Then I'm just going to sit back over here and finish the little few things I got that I want to clean up today. And then I'm going to go back outside and clean up around the porch and make sure my truck's all set up and ready to go to work in the morning. The gutter out front on where the street drains into the drain is pretty much clogged up with the whole neighborhood's autumn leaves. So I'm going to go, I got these big trash bags, these 30-gallon trash bags. I'm going to go out there and gather up all them leaves out of that gutter, out of that drain, and make sure it's continuing to function in case we have some big rains this come spring. I want to make sure it all drains off. I'm going to clean that up, and then there's a tree limb in the front yard. I'm going to go pick it up, throw it in the back of the old truck. I'll add to it as I go here in the yard. And there's still some of that pile I was working on last fall and summer. That's how big that dang pile of limbs was. God only knows how many years they stacked them like that. I'm just general cleaning, doing my chores, paying my bills, trying to get myself out of debt. So when I do retire, you know I can work as needed, not all the time. I think retirement means you start working for yourself. You do what you need to do, a little extra, so you can have a little fun here and there. But I believe it's pretty smart to put back and not have any debt when you retire. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. But anyway, I'm going to talk to y'all later. I'm going to finish these chores up. We're going to get ready for the work week, and hope that everybody does well this week and that you enjoy your life. Until next time, we'll see you later.